Hi. Um, I have just today and tomorrow I'll finally remove my aching tooth, and I am also going to Fredrikstad Pride Parade on Saturday. I'm not sure how all this will work out. I just hope everything will be okay. Like, I struggled to fall asleep even with my sleeping pill last night because of toothache, and for each week I can slightly feel more of my wisdom tooth coming out of my gum. Like each Monday I do a check with my tongue, like a thorough check, and yeah, there's slightly more spiking my tongue. And yesterday I struggled to fall asleep, so I didn't get up before like 3 p.m. today, even though I had not just a but multiple alarms for between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. I just have slept so badly, and yeah, I don't know how to feel about it. I am, however, closer and closer to finishing this huge project that I am currently working on. Um, I will have a lot yarn left, so I can make other small things with this yarn without any problems. Mm, I also am not sure if I am slightly depressed because of my toothache or not. Um, my mind is just gloomy today. It might just be because of the rain as well. I don't know. Um, but yeah, such happens. Um, I also am slightly tired. Um, I have been in my bed for around 12 hours or so when I tried to sleep, but like mentioned in earlier videos, I do not actually rest. So I often ask myself, how am I awake? I also had to yesterday uh, remake the skein of yarn I'm using because I had accidentally mushed it so much between Tuesday and Wednesday morning. So I can actually bring it up to show what I mean. Like, you can see here, it's brand new, brand freshly made into a good skein. Um, the other one, somehow some of the thread in the middle had gotten ripped out, and I had all these things flimsing about and making almost big knots just by pulling from the center because of all the loose thread close to where the thread is being pulled. And yeah, that's not any ideal way to go about things. So I pulled out my yarn winder and just remade the skein, it took me like 40 minutes or so, and I kept a steady speed with barely any seconds of rest because of how much thread it actually is due to how thin it is. So it took a while, but when I finally had reached the last part, it was just like disappearing so fast. I actually quite enjoy making skeins out of yarn. I do not recommend doing it for long periods of time, because it could potentially lead to things like carpal tunnel or tendonitis in your arms. But taking breaks, switching hands, of course, depending on how tight you want the yarn cake and how much you're doing, also plays a role in that. I know Crochet Vision has had a really good video on at least the electric one, but I think she did compare it to a branded one which is manual wind, and I have never thought that the electric winder will work for me. I have been looking at it a few times when I decided to choose, and I ended up with a manual wind which can make really big skeins or yarn cakes. So I've been like, yeah, no, I'll stay that manual way, because then I can also control it completely and not have to worry about potential small knots being pulled through the so-called tensioning thingy. And yeah, but I also have been very sore in my arm these last few days, because as I'm nearing the end of this very big piece, it's starting to get heavy to work on, which is something I'm not particularly fond of. I have a few big projects planned, but I have to select the ones I am going to spend the most time on using. I'm sorry if you cannot see my face as of now, but I usually am crocheting like this close to my face because of how thin the thread is, so I just need to be able to see properly what I do without straining my eyes too much. And yeah, I can see pretty good back here, but like when you're doing the tight stitches or small stitches, I don't know what you want to call it, it can be okay to just see closely exactly where to put your hook. And yeah, I am going to finish this video now because I want to continue watching my series. I am streaming a series of Sonic the Hedgehog online. It's not the best quality, not the worst either. I will be fair though, I'm not using any streaming service because I don't know any streaming service that have this particular series, so I'm kind of streaming from a pirate site as we used to do back in, or at least a lot more back in the 2010s, before streaming services were this widely available. But yeah, I also got some help, which is the last thing I will mention. I got some lovely help from my cats to inspect these lovely blankets as they thought were for them. Because laying on top of it when I'm trying to work so I cannot switch sides is the perfect way to be helpful. And I agree, but in the moment it was kind of like, but I need to change it. Could you get off? And my cat Ask was like, no, this is new plaything. I will lay down on it and claim it because it's big and it's comfy and it smells like you, daddy. Also, my cats live with my ex and I'm visiting them, but in general between 1 and 2 times a week, but at the same time I have to have time to actually visit them. So yeah, such happens. But I was there from Tuesday till Wednesday, and I was kind of held prisoner by them before I could go to the bathroom. And when I pulled out my crochet, like this work, they were like, ooh, what is this? Ooh, what does it smell like? I'm going to fix it. I will bite on it. And I'm like, no, you cannot bite on it. So, yeah. So, I also want to say I hope you have a good day and we will see each other again in the next video, I hope. Bye! Sorry, I'm tired.